In this screencast, we're going to talk about advanced uploading of files. It kind of gives you a little more functionality than the single uploading files, and it also keeps everything within Moodle, unlike the offline text where it's basically delivering text or information that's done outside of Moodle. So to add an advanced uploading of file assignment or feature, we're going to kind of scroll your screen down here. We're going to come over to the corresponding week that you're working in under Add an Activity, and we're going to do Advanced Uploading of Files. Now the first screen that you're going to drop into, or when the screen refreshes, it's going to look pretty similar to everything else you've worked in within Moodle. You need to give it a name, and this, again, best practice needs to correspond with your syllabus. That's why kind of having your syllabus built out ahead of time will be very handy. So we'll give it some generic name so that we can find it later. You need to give it a description, and again, if you have a description built in, or at least an idea on the syllabus, you can almost just cut and paste what that will be in here. We'll just give it that. Now here comes a few more options, but you want the description to be as detailed as it needs to be for the students to understand what the assignment is supposed to be. So under here, grade, here is, again, you're setting the maximum level, and it goes all the way up to 100. Here, let's bring the screen down like this. You can see it. Let me bring this up here so that you can see the options. It comes all the way up to 100, no grade, separate connected ways of knowing, satisfactory, to where it's just built on a scale. And separate and connected ways of knowing is that you're not entering a grade, it's going back to the students in another way. But this would be maximum points that you're looking at applying. The next feature, bring you down just a little bit, is the available from. And again, this would be the dates that the assignment is open. So if the assignment is due on a Friday and you're opening it on the Monday of or the Monday before, you could set that corresponding date. If you want to disable this, you can just by clicking here. Same thing with the due date. If you want to have a set due date built in, you can. Prevent late submissions is the next possible option. By this set to yes, it wouldn't let, if you have a due date of 21 April 2009, any assignments that are tried to upload after that date, it won't allow it to if you prevent late submissions. Okay, if you don't prevent, that means you would allow it. So if it's the 22nd, a student could still upload their assignment, and then you could deal with that how you wish. Let's scroll down a little bit to maximum size. 100 megabytes is maximum size. That's a huge size. But you want to keep in mind that if you're going to allow them to upload multiple files, which is what the advanced uploading a file does, you probably should just leave it at a large size. Allow deleting. This is saying that if a student's uploaded a file and it's the wrong file and they want to add the correct one, they can go in and take that file off. It's one of those things where how many times has a student made a mistake and uploaded the wrong file? Something that Blackboard, the version we had of Blackboard previously, wouldn't allow them to take that off. This would. So that's up to you. Maximum number of uploaded files. How many files are you asking them to upload? If they're going to need to upload 3 or 4, you want to set that number accordingly. If it's just 2, it's up to you. Allow notes. This is you being able to add comments to them and leave. So allow notes will allow you to add comments in the text box for the assignment itself. It's kind of a way to be able to add or add content or edit or offer feedback within the text box itself. This is similar to with the offline activity or even online activities where you can leave comments of the text that was presented, like within the text, rather than having to download their assignment, mark on it, and be able to add it, which is something I want to make a special note. Say you have the student turning in a Word document and you normally do track changes on Word and make adjustments and corrections to it in a different color font, and then send it back to them. Well, to be able to then upload it so that they can then see the changes you make while their paper is still on there, you need to pick advanced uploading of files. Even if you're just asking for one assignment to be turned in. So if you just want one paper turned in, but you want to know that you're going to mark on that paper with the track changes and then need to upload that back so the students can then see it, you need to pick this setting that'll allow you to be able to do that. The single upload file will not. It wouldn't allow you to do that. Hide description before available date. All that means is that the students won't be able to see the assignment prior to you setting the availability date. And if we scroll back up, that's what this date up here is. So that means on the 13th they wouldn't be able to see what we put in the description box up above. So it won't become available at that time. Email alerts to teachers. This means every time someone was to upload an assignment, you would get an email alert notifying you of that. Enable send for marking. This is a matter of what enable send for marking will do is it allows you, the instructor, to notify the student that you're either finished and that they can come see the assignment and see the changes or the grade or anything like that on the assignment, or that you can also say it's a rough draft and you want them to continue to work on it and that it's not the final draft. You can then put in their draft or keep working on it, and allows them to get that information and know that. All done then through Moodle. And then down here at the common module settings, as far as the way, let's move your screen down. As far as the way, member group, that's not the learning teams. So you don't have established groups within your course. You want to make it visible, even if you have the dates up there set. If this is on hide, it won't be shown. And the ID number deals more with how to track these changes in the gradebook in kind of a little more advanced spreadsheet form. It's not something for us to worry about. So you want to make sure you hit save and return to course. And when the screen refreshes, if we scroll down, you'll see, now it doesn't signify one way or the other if it's individual, but if we click on it, you'll see here's the text box with the description. You'll see this content information as far as available from and due date, which is nice. It's right there in front of the students so they can no longer deny knowing. And then you can see that no files have been submitted yet. And that they have right here in the middle, the bottom of the screen, and it also lets them know the max size of file to upload, but that they're able to browse and upload files the same way they would with any other application. And notice that's where the setting comes in as far as how many you allow them to upload.